So today, what we're going to talk about a little bit is the importance of video in the marketing of your listings, and I think more importantly, yourself. So we're going to talk about three aspects. What the video is going to do for you. We're going to talk about emotional versus practical, and we're going to talk about branding yourself, how to use the video to create your brand. So let me ask this first. How many have watched a video online today? Several today. How about in the last 24 hours? Everybody in the room has watched some sort of video. In the real estate business, it's odd because we're not using video to its full potential. Just last month alone, YouTube had 1 billion unique visitors. So people are using video, but they're not using it in the real estate market, and it's amazing to me. So we just took a listing. What's the first thing we do?
Pictures.
Pictures. Put a sign up. Put it in the MLS. Lockbox. The first thing we do is we drive around the corner. We do the happy dance. We're calling our broker. We're calling our significant other. We're going crazy. And then we're going to go do all those things. All those are very practical, very necessary things that we need to do. We need to get the information out there to the people looking. They are practical. What we're going to do with video is we're going to tie that client to that property emotionally. We're going to do that 3 different ways. We're going to do it visually, we're going to do it auditory, and we're going to do it kinetically. So when you're looking at photos of a house, you can see that the great room and the kitchen and the breakfast nook are all combined together. And that's great. It fits their needs. What we're going to do is take all those needs that they have, that they found us for a reason online. They've landed on our video because something in that house fit their needs. It could have been price, school district, bedrooms, bathrooms, location, whatever it might be. We have found their needs. With this video, we're going to get their wants. So instead of the big photo of the living room, what we might do is a big, beautiful shot of the fireplace where they can picture, laying there during snowy evenings. We're going to do that beautiful backsplash across the newly remodeled kitchen where they can picture cooking their Thanksgiving dinner. And we're going to take those items, we're going to tie them to that property in an emotional way. Visually, it's going to be done with the shots that we choose. We're not going to do just the big shots that we did with the photos. We're going to get more specific. We're going to get more of the artsy stuff. So the visual is going to be the photos themselves, the video itself. Auditory, we're going to put a nice music underneath it, and we're going to put a nice voiceover over the top of it. We found that people will be more engaged to your video if there's a voiceover. They're less likely to be distracted by other things going on. And then kinetically is going to be the movement of the video through the home. It's going to be done with the shots that we choose to do, whether it be a pan or a tilt or just a nice glide across that backsplash. It's going to be the way we move through the house from the front, through the main living areas, into the backyard, and then we're going to finish with a really nice shot. So we're going to tie that property to them. Again, we found their needs. That's how they found us. We're going to get their wants. And that's really important. It's going to set you completely apart from the other listings that are in that group of their needs. So you're going to find when you go look at properties, people aren't using video the way they should. Some of the ones that you're going to see are they've got their phone and they're walking through the house, trying to talk to it, the dog's barking, the garbage truck's going by, and they have no editing skills. So what you see is what you get. And I think it's just a really poor way to represent your client and your property. With that being said, this is how you're going to build your brand. You're going to go above and beyond what everybody else in the market is doing. And one of the objections I sometimes get is somebody says, well, it's my first listing and it's just a little 1,200 square foot bungalow and there's really nothing creative about it. And I think that's crazy thinking. The house I just left before I came here was 3,600 square foot, 5-bedroom, 4-car garage, pool, beautiful house, $500,000 house. I asked them, where are you moving? They said, well, our fourth son, our youngest son, graduates in May from high school. And we're going to go find a little 1,200 square foot house that we can lock the door on Friday and leave for the weekend and go travel. So when people are looking online at that house, There's a couple people. There's the people that have saved their entire life to get that little house, and everything about it is just as important to them as the people that just sold their business and they're going to go buy $1 million house. It means the same to them. And the other side is the guy that's looking to downsize. So let's say that he finds your little 1,200 square foot house and you've got all this marketing going on, and he doesn't particularly like the house, and that's okay. But he looked at the way everybody else is marketing their properties, and who does he want to list his 3,600 square foot, $500,000 house? He wants the person that's putting in the same level of service for their low-end customers as they are for their high-end customers. And that's how you build your brand. You want to be that person that takes care of everybody the same. And you're going to find when you take ethics class, if you haven't already, that that's what you're supposed to be doing anyway. So the other way that you're going to really use this to your advantage is on your social media. So if you've put a video of your property up on Facebook, are your friends and family more likely to hit on that or to hit on a big old rambling 3-paragraph text about your listing? They're gonna watch the video. And all of a sudden, Joey's mom at soccer sees that on Facebook and remembers, oh my gosh, I was just at a party this weekend. Our next door neighbor was saying that they might have to move to California with their job. And you just picked up a referral by putting that video out there. So you can use it to really build your brand. You can use it to sell the property. I think more important, you can use it to sell yourself. And we're going to look at some videos real quick and then we'll talk about it.